Hello. What's going on? Ray Reese with Reese's Masterpieces. Um, Here to record uh an answer video. I had a question from Matthew Cortesis about diet. Any hints or programs on trying to maintain and balance a sensible and healthy diet along with working out and a busy lifestyle, not love style. Um, but I struggle with this. My biggest challenge: apps, websites, thoughts. Um, I want to focus mainly on the dietary aspect, simply because if you don't have the right fuels in, um, everything else is going to be irrelevant. Um, and dieting is usually where people um, do themselves the greatest disservice. It's the thing that's the easiest for people to just go off the rails with, because food by its very nature is designed to taste good and make you want it, so that or whatever, your body is designed to consider foods tasty, or consider the fuels and whatever the ingredients that come along with those fuels to be very welcoming in order for you to consume them and stay alive. Um, the going to the gym, however, exercising, isn't as welcoming. That's way more of a challenge. Um, and Yeah, there's a whole other thing to go into with regards to um, food and how much smarter we would eat if obtaining food was more of a challenge. That being said, um, I I prepared um, what what I would do in the event that I had to leave the house. I didn't know what time I was coming back. Um, Wherever I'm going, they've got a fridge and a microwave, right? A freezer, fridge, microwave. Um, and so I've put everything that I can into this. It's a cooler, Coleman cooler. Don't know the exact specifications of it, but it's you know, uh, it's not large. It's not like a tailgate thing. It probably fits, I don't know, a 6-pack or whatever, right? So that, and one little bag of stuff. So everything in that cooler and in that bag is what, not only is it what I would take to work or wherever, but it's the exact same stuff that I would eat at home, right? And it's the exact same stuff to a degree that I would take with me if I was going to a powerlifting meet and was going to be there for like 8 hours, right? Um, so this being said, this is not me prescribing anything. You definitely want to check with a registered dietitian and or your doctor relative to any allergies or restrictions relative to you. That being said, I'm going to show you what I would take when I'm on the go, when I'm busy, when I'm working out, whatever. I'm going to show you what I take and give you the rationale behind why, so that you can then go on and make, um, decisions for yourself. It's like the what is it? Give a fish to a dude and he's fed for a day, and teach him the stuff and he's dope for a while. Whatever you know what it is. Um, but yeah, so let's get on to, all right. So again, cooler, right? Cooler. Everything that's in this cooler, you see that it's kind of open at the top because it's really jam-packed. And there's more stuff in here than what I would probably legitimately have. But either way, it's, you you can still do this. So let's see. So at the top, I've got myself a packet of ice cubes. You you might want or not want this, but I usually have 2 or 3 versions of whatever they're called, like freezer packs or whatever, that I line the cooler with or put it on top of stuff or put in between stuff in order to keep the food cold or cool throughout the day. Granted, maybe you're going straight to the office, boom, put the stuff in the fridge. But this is for, I'm going to be out for several hours. I don't know that I'll have access to a fridge, so boom. All right. But assuming I have a microwave, I then have some brown and wild rice with corn, carrots, and peas. This is steam fresh. So bird's eye steam fresh. So side note, I don't cook. I hate cooking. I fucking hate cooking. Everything I prepare is either pre-cooked or microwavable. So sorry, I know there's probably some conspiracy theorists out there with regards to microwaves and how the government's trying to, look, this is what I eat. This is what I do. And if I didn't have a microwave, I might do things differently, but I have a microwave. So, but anyway, brown and wild rice with corn, carrots, and peas. People will tell you that rice is bad for you, which is bullshit. It's not the best for you by itself, but if rice was bad for you, Asia. All right? There would not be an Asia. Okay? Those folks those folks will be the healthiest, longest lasting or living and multiplyingest people, right? If rice was that bad, all right? But, do your research. The thing is, preferably brown rice or whatever. But the going back to Asia, the difference between, say, an Asian diet and an American diet is that, generally speaking, never mind what you get on the corner in North Philly. Generally speaking, Asians don't put a whole lot of shit on their stuff. There's not a whole lot of butter, a whole lot of gravy, a whole lot of oils and blah, 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 blah. Like a traditional, and pardon me if I am speaking out of turn, but a traditional, village diet isn't going to have all of the bullshit that we put on it, right? But anyway, I like it. It's 10 ounces. It's compact. One of these, 1, 2, or 3 of these, makes can fit in the cooler, and it's going to be very filling because, granted, I shouldn't say very filling because you got to add some stuff, but it's got not only rice, but it's got peas and corn and little bits of carrots and a little bit of, there's no broccoli in this one. There's no broccoli in this, but, and looking on the back, the ingredients, I don't know if you can see it, but there's not, the ingredients are here. It's not a whole, there's not a whole lot there. It's like 2 lines, right? Cooked whole grain brown rice, corn, carrots, peas, cooked whole grain wild rice. That's it. There's no added ish to it. It's just what it is. So that's one thing that's in the cooler. Next, this is a different bag. I just didn't feel like taking these out individually, but I've got myself some apples. All right. Now I just happen to have apples, but because I prefer apples, but as far as getting yourself some good carbs and sugar for energy, I like either apples, I like pears, I like bananas for the same reason. There's plenty of other fruits out there, but generally apples, pears, and bananas travel better, and they're easier to consume in any circumstance. So I can pull an apple out of my bag and eat it while I'm driving. Same thing with a pear. Banana's a little trickier, but they're ready to go. You don't really have to peel them like an orange. Oranges those are pains in the ass. And if you ever, don't have like a paper cut or any other abrasion on your body and you try to peel an orange. Oh my God, dog. Don't do that shit. But apples, and in particular, whoa, son. Honeycrisp apples. I don't know what you've been doing with your life. I don't care. I don't care what you've been doing with your life. If Honeycrisp apples have never been a part of it, you could be George Washington, Martin Luther King, Gandhi. I don't care. If you didn't have a Honeycrisp apple, your life was incomplete. My apologies to your family and relatives, but dude. All right, and I get it. Honeycrisp apples are the most expensive thing in the supermarket. I understand, but these bitches is the bomb. I can't stress it. I'm having a difficult time not eating this motherfucker right here during this video and just calling this whole shit off. You might be like, you're right. Is it really? I mean, you're exaggerating, right? No. Honeycrisp apples are the shit. You need to save up, do whatever you got to do. You got kids, you got a college fund, send them to community for the first 2 years. They'll be all right. Honeycrisp apples. All right. So I'm not going to pull them all out, but actually I have 5 Honeycrisp apples in here. Boom, right? Now, I also have, something with less rice and way more veggies. It's nothing but veggies, right? It's broccoli, carrots, sugar snap peas, and water chestnuts. That's the ingredients. That's it. Basically, what it says on, I don't know if you can see this shit, but whatever. Basically, what it says, the title is the ingredients, right? And ideally, that's the way you want to go with anything, really. I mentioned in a previous video that generally it's not the fuel that's bad for you. It's the preparation. It's the other shit that we put on top of it. Like, broccoli is obviously good for you. What's not good for you is like adding all sorts of butters and cheeses and da-da-da-da, right? Chicken is good for you if it's grilled as opposed to fried, right? Any of this or the rice can be somewhat of an acquired taste if you have been consuming a lot of extras with your veggies. It can take some time, but you're worth it. The results are worth it. I don't put any. When I first started eating this stuff, I put salt on it, and I put a little spray butter, and I sprayed the shit out of it. I probably undid, but eventually I'd spray less and less and less. So now I don't even use it. It's in my fridge. I can send it to you if you want it. It's, I don't know. You have to pay like for shipping, handling, and the cost of all the other stuff. But yeah, this basically has freaking everything. It's really, it's a nice mixed medley here. You know, and again, both of these things, you microwave them, they're steamed. You put them in the little magic box, you press the digits, and 6 minutes later, or however many minutes later, you've got steamed veggies or steamed rice. Okay, it's that simple. So that. Now, what do I add to any of these? Right? What do I add for flavor and for protein? I got myself some Purdue shortcuts. And they come in different flavors. Now, here's the different flavors will have different different ingredients. So it's original roasted, this flavor, 9 ounces of chicken. It's pre-cooked. It's already cooked, right? This has a few more ingredients than other stuff because there's like, you know, preservatives and whatever, probably. But the ingredients: boneless chicken breast with rib meat, water, 2% or less of lemon juice concentrate, soy protein concentrate, salt, vinegar, maltodextrin. Google. Spices, garlic powder, onion powder, soybean oil. Contains soy. So there's some stuff in there. Not a lot though, but again, like this is, I think this might be the one that has the least amount of them. But anyway, comes in a resealable bag. I highly recommend some version of this concept. So whether you buy your own grilled chicken, buy your own chicken breast or whatever, and cut that shit up and cook it, and then put it in like a Ziploc bag, and, you know, season it however you want. This is almost my lifeblood, because I can, before I walk out the door, I can wake up in the morning, be running late, but I can open this up, grab, 3 or 4 pieces, and be on my way, right? But nonetheless, I take this with me. This is a must when I'm going to to like my weightlifting competitions. And it's a must when I have an office. If I'm my own fridge, this is definitely going in there. So yeah, that. So last thing that's in here is orange juice. Now, I am not recommending orange juice. I am telling you that this is what I would have. And I would have this in the cooler, namely during competitions, so I can have something to replenish, have some juice. Like I don't do sports drinks. Not at all regularly. I don't do sports drinks. I'd rather do juice. Now I get it. There's not a lot of fiber and the sugar. Yeah, fine. Okay. Decide accordingly. You can put a water bottle in there. I don't care. But this is a half gallon, or well, it's 59 ounces. As opposed to 64. But yeah, you can do this or not. I don't recommend, one way or the other, I don't recommend consuming a bunch of juice, because if, again, we talked about it before, you take in too much of any fuel, and in this case it's carbs or sugars, it's going to turn into fat. If you're not like, oh, I would take this with me also. So like playing volleyball, you're playing a rigorous game of volleyball or football. I was taking my cooler. I'd have my apples. I'd have this and little pieces of meat. But everybody else is drinking Gatorade. I'm drinking this. But do your research, make your decisions accordingly. Now, the last thing, this is what was in the little bag is le peanut butter. All right, so we got some Skippy. Again, not prescribing this. I'm not telling you to go out and buy some. I don't know what allergies you may or may not have. If you have a nut allergy, obviously not this. But the point of this is to have some readily available protein that doesn't require refrigeration. And just, again, readily available, easily consumable with either a butter knife or spoon or whatever. This can help greatly get you through, whatever. You thought you had a lunch break and you missed it and you couldn't, whatever. Phone call, conference call, babysitter, blah, 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 whatever. Scoop, mix this with an apple, not mix it, but, this and, apples or whatever. That's the other thing. That's the other thing about, apples. I mentioned that they carry well. You don't have to refrigerate them or whatever. You can put them on your desk. Generally, they're okay. Don't put them on your desk if you got like flies and roaches and mice and what. I don't know. I don't mean to assume that, but just, So yes, that is everything that. That's what I eat at home. There's some variations. Like I have different. All right. I have some different meats. Like, actually, the whole point of this, there's some stuff that I forgot, but the point of this was that I wanted it to be what I would grab if I had to, boom, leave in a hurry. So what I didn't include in there, which, I'm mad that I didn't include it. This is also why I didn't do it in the house. Because if I'd done it in the house, I would have just been stopping and going, and I would have like the perfect scenario because I'm right there in the house. But what I don't have in here, which I would normally, actually, I don't have it in the cooler, but I have it, oh yeah, in the glove compartment. What is it you say could possibly be in your glove compartment that I can eat or use? Boom. Tuna packets. Again, you got any allergies? But these, I love these. Now this is tuna salad. Is it optimal? No. But, are you really going to eat? I used to eat cans of tuna when I was like super, super hardcore with the, the lifting and the dieting, But, this has 14 grams of protein and 100 calories per pack, which is actually, decent, really decent. How does that compare to, what is it, 14 grams? So 3 ounces has 14 grams of protein. This thing of chicken is 9 ounces. 9 ounces. And has 16 grams of protein in one serving. There's about 3.5 servings. So you're looking at 48 grams of protein. Okay, 48 grams of protein in 3.5 ounces, which turns into like 16 grams of protein in 3 ounces. So it winds up being roughly the same thing, right? This obviously has a bit more stuff in it. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is the ingredients box. So it's not just tuna, it's light tuna, water chestnuts, vinegar, 2% or less of the following: celery, cured cucumbers, egg yolk, onion powder, mustard flour, modified food starch, corn, dextrose, cellulose gel, salt, sugar, carrageenan, xanthan gum, guar gum, natural flavors, sodium carbo sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, carbos, calcium chloride, color addict. Okay. Um, eat at your own risk, I guess. Uh, but I I don't eat these as meals. They tend to be more of like a snack. Tend to be more of a get me through to the next thing, or this or the peanut butter or the chicken will be like, say, if I'm about to go to bed and I'm kind of hungry, don't want to really be eating a meal and then going to sleep because my metabolism is about to go down. I'm gonna just carry those extra calories with me until the morning. This will be something that I will take in right before going to bed. Um, but anyway, it's compact protein. It's you don't even have to refrigerate it, so it stays in my glove compartment just in case. But yeah, I mean, obviously you heard the ingredients. If that rubs you the wrong way, then I would say they don't do that. But again, it's something that's very compact protein. Doesn't require a lot of maintenance or whatever. So that's what I would think about. I would think about procuring um a a bunch of items that combined um are a more complete complete sources of nutrition and protein. Nutrition and fuel. So protein, carbs, and fats. The fats you'll be able to get from your meats. So my apologies to anybody who's on a diet or has some sort of restrictions due to allergies or philosophy or what have you. This is just me saying what I do and why. But all those things there, I have them because they're uh, quick, um, easily transportable, assuming you have a cooler. I mean, you could, granted, again, if you're going to like the office, you just put the stuff in a bag and, just take it to the office and put it in the fridge. Um, but let's say if I didn't have a fridge, um, could I keep it? I would take less stuff. I wouldn't take, I probably wouldn't take, you know, um, I probably wouldn't take this because it takes up a lot of space. Um, and doesn't give you as much of a bang. It's very good for you. But like if I don't have a fridge, I'm not gonna be able to like really store it, and it might or might not melt, depending what you have in there. Because that's something for you to think about. The more stuff you have in there, the less the less time you're gonna have before it either is no longer cold. I mean, granted, the cooler will help keep it cold because all this stuff is gonna be together, but this is supposed to be frozen. Anyway, if you don't have a fridge, then I would um I would take the chicken, I would take the apples, or your chicken, apples, whether or fruit, apples, pears, or bananas, and peanut butter, and if you decide on the tuna. So these are all things that if you brought them together, um, will give you uh, a healthy enough sources of fuel to make it through the day, before maybe you go home and produce a more complete meal. That's it for this video. Ask any follow-up questions. I can try to answer in the comments. But yeah, there's a lot here. But hopefully we can break these down into simpler, easier to understand components, because everything complex is made up of simple things that are just connected, and we just got to make sure that we understand the individual components and then how they're connected, right? And over the course of time. So no rush, but hopefully this has been helpful. Again, comment below if you have any follow-up questions, and I will try to answer accordingly. I'm gonna have some workout videos coming. Getting some good footage. Just trying to figure out all of this video editing and whatnot. Got workout footage. Be working on some more answers to your questions. So I've got different answers like on Instagram, or different questions on Instagram and Facebook, and then YouTube as well. So hit me up on the YouTube channel, preferably Reese's Masterpieces. That's it. Signing out. Have a good night.